butterfly doors. Butterfly doors.
What up, everyone? It's the Love First Podcast, episode number 31.
31.
It's your host, Kada, Don.
It's your boy Wraith. It's your boy Wraith in the building.
Yeah. Episode 31. We're back for the 31st time.
31.
Yo, we negotiating the world's contracts right now. Get him back on the
Word, yo, where the world at? I seen a couple
shout out
episodes.
to the world. He said, "Man, we got to negotiate his contract." He said he coming back in a couple episodes.
Yo, man, I seen a couple episodes. He was in it, my nigga. Like,
he don't be zooming, man. We gotta catch him on the Zoom podcast. We'll see, cause we hitting the road soon, so we gonna see if he gonna come back.
oh, nah, yeah, he gotta hop on the Zoom.
Yeah, we need him on the Zoom. We negotiating, man.
Zoom.
He in the background throwing shots right now. His mic's off though. Oh, good stuff. Updates for everyone. If you didn't know, now you know. Kwame Says Hi is available exclusively only on kadadon.com. That's 7 brand new songs. The top singles we're pushing right now. Obviously, Rockin' With Y'all featuring the big Snoop Dogg.
Rockin' With Y'all.
Cheeks, you know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all get that Rockin' With Y'all and Cheeks. It's going down. It's going down. We also have See You Win.
See You Win
is doing good. Doing good out there. A lot of love, a lot of responses on that.
Doing numbers.
Like that's that dancehall drill, man. We changing the sound. I already see people already approaching these drill beats differently since we done dropped these songs too. It's going crazy.
It's crazy how people just start approaching stuff differently.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, show us some love, man. Give us some props, man. You know,
nah, niggas don't show love, bro.
Said, nah, it's a secret. We're going to listen to the song and we're going to be inspired and then we're going
I'm going to go on about my
we
day.
Know. We appreciate the love. Make sure you download and all of that. See You Win is on SoundCloud. Love First Entertainment SoundCloud, right? We're going to make sure Kwame Says Hi is going to come to SoundCloud soon, and then all of the digital streaming platforms. That's every single where. We wanted to get it out in February. It's actually going to come out a little later in March just because we have some good situations with some huge playlists. We have some distribution companies that they getting behind it. We had a nice little conversation too. Yeah, we got to do that on the podcast. How to talk to your distribution when you got a banger out there. You know what I mean? So
Thanks,
even if you have like DistroKid or something like that, they have phone numbers so you can actually call to them and come up with a good marketing plan that makes sense. You know, especially if you've been doing the music while and you showed your loyalty with past songs and projects, you could work out. But Wraith already knows I'm famous for calling the distribution people before the project releases. We got that conversation like it's going down.
Trying to make these deals out here, bro. It's all about the deals.
It's going down. I'm taking my talents elsewhere. For real. Now we have some news for you guys. We also have a major key. This week's key is making a plan. So we're actually gonna break down what it means to make a plan, how to make a plan, and goals, right?
Major key.
Want to know goals. So that's a major key because before you can go anywhere, first thing you gotta do is plan it out. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
So it's actually gonna be part of a 10 episode series of 10 power keys. We want to give you guys 10 power keys. That first key is making a plan, and then we're gonna bring you 9 more keys to the end. And if you take these 10 keys, you will see a change in your life and your business.
I like that name, 10 power keys.
10 power keys. It's going down.
Facts.
Right? I know you have some interesting news for us too.
Yeah, man.
Let us know what's going on, man.
We're gonna start off with the Texas of the world and the Ted Cruzes of the world.
Can't wait for the Ted Cruz.
Nah, you can do the Ted Cruz. Well, we can talk. I'm gonna talk about the weather in Texas. So just off numbers wise, like just as of Thursday night, like 290,000 Texas people still didn't have no power. People in Texas still didn't have no power. The day before, it was 3 million outages, and I guess that's because of the grid. Like the way the grid is set up in Texas is not built for cold weather. It's built for like temperatures like that go high, like that when it gets hot, like not when it's low. So also besides that, officials have said that the power grid was seconds or minutes away from a catastrophic failure and a complete blackout, if not for controlled outages implemented early Monday. The comments come as freezing temperatures were forecast again for Thursday, extending an already excruciating period. More than 22 million people across hard-hit southern states were under a hard freeze warning, indicating that temperatures will be so cold it could lead to further waterline breaks, because that's the main cause of these people not getting no water and stuff like that. It's so cold that the water lines are breaking. So
I seen like this flood in like this apartment building. Like it looked like you had to swim down the staircase to get out. Like,
man, I was on Twitter. I seen somebody's house just collapsing. I'm like, yeah, that house is not built.
That's
like
crazy.
Like some of these, and if you look at like I seen some videos, like the snow is not even that much snow. I guess it's so cold.
The temperature,
it's just so cold, like that people, it's just unbearable.
Yeah, it was like below freezing. It's crazy because they usually have hot temperatures in Texas, then they have below freezing, then they lost power. Now, as a person that grew up in Florida, as soon as it turned like 65 degrees, they start freezing. They ready to bring out like Eskimo jackets and coats and stuff at 65. So I already know below zero, they're going crazy. But that's all. Well, so what I found interesting, if you have news on, what was the senator doing during this time, Mr. Ted Cruz?
My man's was yeah, I can't.
It's not even funny.
No, you know what? It's not funny, but I'm laughing because, like, you know, like, you supposed to, like, if you have that kind of position, you're supposed to lead by example. And the first thing you do is take off, my guy. Like you go to Cancun, bro. And then people on Twitter, because you know I like to see people debate on Twitter. It's like it's funny. The people on Twitter are like, you know, what else he's supposed to do? I don't know. Help start a food drive. I don't know, deliver food, like do it yourself, like go to people's houses, give them generators or something, like do something, bro. Don't just like, okay, I'm out to Cancun. And the nigga left his dog. He left his dog in the crib. I'm like, no. He left his dog in the crib, bro.
He has a history of coming at other people for leaving during times like the pandemic stuff and stay. He's like, this is not the time we should be going on vacation. Like he's one of those guys that throw shots at his critics for going on vacation at this time. And it was funny because he did an interview kind of addressing it because he came back early from his vacation. He was like, no, I was just trying to be a good dad. You know, my kids wanted to get out. We didn't have power. They've been talking about this vacation. So since we had the ability, we went. Anybody that, you know, he was basically using like a rich excuse. He's like, yo, we got power. We got out of there.
I'm just saying, if the day before Thursday, first of all, 290,000, that's still a lot of people that don't have power, that got to go sleep in their car just to get some heat. The day before is 3 million, and you take off. Like,
and that's crazy. As a leader, you should show you at least going through it with him. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like, at least go to their houses, deliver some generators, give them food.
Spring break. He in Cancun. It's wild, man.
And then somebody signed his permission slip and he dipped off.
He said, "Oh, the power."
And left the dog. How you leave the dog?
Yeah, that's real messed up. That is messed up.
Man. That's crazy, man.
Let us know in the comment section what y'all think about that, man. As the senator, should he have been there, or is it okay? Do y'all feel like he couldn't have done anything about it, so he should enjoy himself on vacation?
That just goes to show you that some of these people in these positions, they just don't care about nobody else but themselves. And the only time they'll care about you is if it benefits them. Just know that.
Yes.
Just know that. If it don't benefit them, they're not gonna agree with you. If it benefits them, they'll agree with you.
Exactly.
And that's horrible to have somebody like that running the helm at Texas. And when something like this happens, you take off. You go to Cancun. You somewhere nice, and somebody's in the car freezing.
Out.
Because they got no power.
Mm-hmm.
That got nothing to do with working hard. That got nothing to do with not being lazy. That's out of your control. That's Mother Nature saying, this is not in your control. Now I'm going to take out your power. What are you supposed to do?
Man, if he was on the Titanic, he would have been like trying to run off first. Like, it's crazy.
He would have big kick shorty off the boat. Like,
I'm
staying alive. Like,
saying ain't enough room on this raft right here. You know what I'm saying, baby? Just trying to be a good.
It's horrible.
Oh man, we gotta stop. All right, horrible. Man. So let's talk about something a little more positive, right? This key to success. Now this key is one of 10 keys, right? That you can take. You stick this into the door of success, and you can start walking in right here. And that is make a plan, right? It sounds simple, but it's very crucial. It's a foundation to kind of get things done, because one, making a plan, it actually helps you clarify your vision. Because usually we have things that we want to do, and sometimes the vision's in our head and it's not the clearest. So actually making it a plan, putting it on paper, now actually forces you to bring clarity to your vision, right? Because now you have to actually articulate, what is this vision? Now I could read back into remember it. And in a perfect world, someone else could read this and basically be able to understand because you're articulating it.
Yeah,
now,
absolutely.
Now, the very first key for success is to make a plan. This means having a clear picture of what successful life looks like to you and putting together a well-defined set of goals to get you to that life. Planning well starts with figuring out what you want and writing it down in detail. It's also important to have clarity on your definition of success, because this is the foundation to your plan. To succeed means to accomplish a goal. If you don't set goals, you'll never succeed. You know?
I just want to touch on that part that you talked about. We said writing it down in detail. I think we talked about it on the podcast plenty of times when we've given keys to people, like the importance of writing stuff down and not just like having it in your memory, but actually like writing it down, because that's another way of manifesting something. So, you know, it's very important to write down your goals, even if it's a short-term goal, like even if it's like a little goal, not just your long-term ones, but like the ones that you can get done in a couple weeks or a month. You know what I'm saying? That's important too. So yeah,
definitely. And man, so it's so strong and it's so powerful because it really brings it to fruition. Like, I seen like this one guy who had a picture of his Jeep on his room walls, like this photographer. And it was like, yeah, since I put that picture up, you know, I was like, I wanted that Jeep, and I put this picture up. I put that a year ago, and now outside I have the Jeep. You know what I'm saying? And it just happened. So even with the final home that I want and the cars that I want, you know, I started putting it up, right, little goals in the room. And even like car-wise, like 2020, they drove like probably like at least 15 different types of cars, you know, on the search to eventually finding the ones that I want, you know.
I think my favorite, I don't know, I think my favorite car that you drove that I like, which one was it? Was it the Mazda?
I know you like Mazda, I was about to say.
Yeah.
You just rocking with the Mazda.
The old black Mazda, like, yo. I like BMWs, but that Mazda's nice, bro. Like, I never seen a Mazda that sleek. I don't know. I never seen I like sleek cars. Yeah, it's bad for weather like this, but like
I would not be getting up that mountain to the crib.
No. That's you need the big. You need a Range Rover for that. But I do like sleek cars. Like I like Mazdas. Like I think Mazdas is cool. Yeah.
No,
so yeah,
that's facts. Actually, kind of like break it down. How to set goals in life.
Yeah. So how to achieve your goals and dreams. To achieve your goals and dreams requires developing a strategy. Once you clearly identify your dreams, break them down into actionable steps and benchmark achievements. These achievements become your goals. The plan is the key to propel you from dreamer to achiever. Write down your goals. Make sure you've clearly written down each of these goals and steps. Don't just do it in your head like what I just said.
Yeah.
Yes, a teenager will probably bulk.
Yeah, bulk at
bulk at taking the time to write something down, but it's worth it. Just by writing your goals down, you're leaps and bounds closer to achieving them. According to this article in Forbes, a Harvard business study found that the 3% of graduates from the MBA who had their goals written down ended up earning 10 times as much as the other 97% put together just 10 years after graduation. That's a crazy number. 3%?
Super crazy. How much more? 10 times?
10 times more. Not even like 2 times more. It's like 10 times more. So
people don't, oh my gosh, it's so powerful, and it starts simple. Like this first key, like you need this key before the other 9, like 10 times more, right? And one of the most standout things with writing your goals, and this is what I learned in the past 2 years, what kind of taught me more about goals, maybe past 3, and that was benchmark your goals, right? You need to have benchmarks. Instead of saying, hey, I'm gonna do this by the end of the day. No, we need tangible something, whether it's a tangible number or whatever it is, something to show that you can benchmark yourself to see where you are to this goal. Because halfway of, like, you say, hey, I'm gonna do this by January next year, we need to be able to look 3 months from now and see how close we are 6 months from now. So we have to, when we make goals, put benchmarkers in there, something that we can tangibly be able to calculate how close are we. And then if you have a goal like that, you're going to accomplish something. Either way, if you're on square one, you're no longer going to be on square one after that.
Right. Right. Obviously, like with repetition, like writing down your goals is constantly embedded in your head. The more you write down your goals, and the more, because like, you know, we live life, like we get distracted. So if you look at your goals every day, it retracts you. Like, oh yeah, I got to get this done. You know what I'm saying? It retracts you because people get distracted, you know? So it's just important just to write them down, look at it every day, and, you know, like you said, benchmark it, you know? It's very important.
So, but when you're doing your goals, it's important to make your goals SMART, right? So what makes a goal SMART? SMART goals are specific.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, go
SMART
ahead.
goals, you're ready to answer. I got you. SMART goals are specific, they're measurable, they're achievable, they're relevant, and they're time-based. If you don't have a time frame, that's not a goal. You need to give yourself, don't be scared to get that time frame to make something happen, right?
Right.
The benefit of SMART goals is that they provide sufficient details and direction to measure success. So review your goals and rewrite any that need it to be SMART. So if it's not SMART, just take it back, rewrite it, make sure they're specific, they're measurable, achievable, time-based. That's how you benchmark it, right? So actually, I know you wanted to add on those SMART goals too.
No, like you said it all. Like I feel like in order for your goals to be efficient, they have to be smart, they have to be thought out, they have to be planned properly, especially with the time base. Like, you know, a lot of people that struggle with consistency in general, really they struggle with time, with managing time too. So it's always good to, you know, be able to manage your time, even with your goals. Okay, I'm gonna get this done in this amount of time, and I'm gonna make sure that it does get done. That goes hand in hand with looking at your goal every day. People get distracted. That's why I say it's best to write it down, because if you look at it every day and in connection with managing it, like time-wise, it's gonna get done. It's gonna get done. And the more consistently you do it, the more better you'll get at writing goals down, benchmarking goals, making sure that they're time-based, and then making sure that, you know, it gets done. Period.
Yeah. And what you said was really dope about the time management, right?
Yeah.
Because it time management also very powerful. That might need its own episode. But with time management, it allows you to get more accomplished than what you ever thought could be. I started learning the difference between being busy and effective. You never want to be busy. Busy means you don't have time. You're running out of time. And time is pretty much the very few things that you actually have. Your time is worth more than money. That's why people pay you for your time.
Exactly.
So when it comes to that, as far as time management, like I used to live in a place and I know you do too, because you have many gifts. When you have multiple gifts, it almost gets upsetting because you're like, oh man, why do I have all these ideas? I feel like I don't even know which one I'm supposed to do. I don't have time to do all of them. I'm losing track.
Right.
But when you start using time management, you organize, you're like, wow, there really is enough hours in the day. You can actually use this effective. If I wake up early and I do this, it's something about doing stuff in the morning. It just really helps a good, smooth workflow.
Yeah, because I work in the morning and I work from 7:30 to 6, I have to manage my time. So when I get home from work, I have to say, all right, I'm going to spend this much time with Kobe, and then I'm going to spend this much time on podcast stuff, and then I'm going to spend this much time on writing music.
Yeah.
I break it down every day so that I don't get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know how to manage your time, especially when you start getting like super busy, because you're an adult, you got responsibilities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's like, if you don't know how to manage your time, you could get overwhelmed and then just not want to do it at all. So that's why I said that.
That's a major key right there. Like there has definitely been a time, like if you see, and that's why it's good to benchmark your goals, because if you see something that it feels too big, you just feel crushed to the point you don't even want to try it.
Exactly.
So when you break it down those little levels, like even when I edit like the wake up alerts in the podcast, like I gotta do those on different days.
Yeah, you gotta have a whole day. Yeah, because I've been with you when you have edited those videos. You gotta have a whole day scheduled just to do that, to have the patience to do that, because that takes work. That takes patience. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta be able to manage your time. Like I'm gonna say, all right, for this day, I'm gonna just be editing videos all day. All right, this day I'm gonna work on music. And if you do it like that, you know what I'm saying, you not only you're keeping yourself busy, but like you said, you're being efficient with your time. And that's the main thing. You want to be efficient with your time.
Definitely. And so Ray, break down how do you break your goals down? So let our listeners and followers know how to break it down.
So the next important step is to define the path to break down your big goals into smaller steps. Take one big goal at a time and write down the steps or supporting action you need to take to get to that goal, and write down every supporting action you can think to take you closer to your big goal. Take you closer to your big goal. For instance, if you want to own a home, right? You'll probably need to get a loan.
Yes.
So get a home loan. Goes on your goal list. To get a loan, you'll need a good credit history, which we talked about last week.
Yes.
Building credit. And the importance of it. So you need good credit history. So build good credit history goes on your list. To build a good credit history, you need to get a credit card. Add to get a credit card. Point is, if you want something, if you want something, you need to be able to have this or have that. You need to add that to your list. And you need to make sure that you look at it every day to remind you, okay, I need to work on this credit. So I'm going to do this today. So,
and that's really dope what you said too, because that's a perfect example of how to benchmark a goal, right? You have to break it down. Because that's actually the way I work. I know some people do it kind of opposite. The way I work is I come with this big vision, I put it on paper, and then I work my way back. So it's like you're kind of working in reverse. Like, okay, like for the house, right? They're like, okay, I have big house. Okay, how do I get to big house? Loan. How do I get the loan? Okay, good credit history. How do I get good credit history? Okay, credit card. How do I get good credit card? Save money, pay bills on time. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of works. So then you start realizing, wow, this is easy. Step one is just save money, right? Now it's pay bills on time. Now it's apply for credit card. Now loan, and you're working your way, So that's exactly how you break it down and benchmark. So when people just want to be like, I want to have a home. No, you got to be like, I want to have a home in 5 years, right? So now you can actually put benchmark, okay, when do I want to have a credit by? Okay, credit card, I need to have that by the first year, right?
Exactly.
History for 3 years, boom, boom. But that's what makes it tangible,
Yeah, that's what makes it super tangible. And you can also use this. I like this blueprint because you can also use this blueprint with like music and stuff, or a business, or creating or having your own business, or I don't know, anything that you want to accomplish in life. You could use this same blueprint. Yes. Okay, I want to make music. I gotta get studio equipment. I gotta Gotta learn how to make songs. Feel me?
Yep.
Gotta get the Logic Pro. Gotta
Uh-huh.
get the Booth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, after that, now how do I distribute the music?
Yes.
Gotta go on these playlist booking sites, Spotify, all these, you know, gotta CD Baby because I want to be able to recoup the money that I make off of it. You know what I'm saying? It's steps. So it's just that's things you need to write down to put in place for you to get to where you want to be at.
100%.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. Another thing that kind of helps out with the goals too is a goal setting worksheet, right?
Yeah.
What that basically is figuring out the path for each piece of your dream life, and a result in a long master list of goals, right?
Yeah.
So we put together this setting goals worksheet to help guide you through building your master list of goals. So, for example, great life goals for teenagers, right? All the things mentioned above, right? They apply to setting goals for your teens, right? So if you did it like this, dream big, don't judge. And don't worry if they pick weird or outlandish goals. So the exercise of setting goals will help them do a better job of creating goals and moving towards a success as their goals change. You know, goals for high school. If your teenager isn't sure where to start with high school goals. Don't limit it to just grades, although those are a good place to start. Grades are SMART goals, measurable, specific, time-based, actionable, and they're relevant to success. Now, depending on the team, they could also set goals for pursuing different clubs, behavior benchmarks, or sports. Maybe the high school goals include figuring out their social circles and who they want to be. So this kind of gives you different examples from teenagers and different type of SMART goals you can have. So beyond just grades, it kind of shows you that as a parent, most of them lead to just grades because of being SMART goals. They kind of they fit it very easily and perfectly, and sometimes we just lean on that. But if you can actually find out how to give them behavioral goals and actually be able to make it measurable, actionable, time-based, specific, you can actually like work on it. I guess let's talk about examples of money goals.
Okay. So the money goals. Teen years are the best years to start setting financial goals. Good money habits started early significantly increase their odds of success. Consider helping your young adult open a Roth IRA. Did you know that anyone can open a Roth IRA as soon as they work the job? A Roth will help them start thinking about the big picture, saving, investing, tax implications, and more. Personal and professional goals.
Yeah.
You want me to stop there?
No, you can go.
Okay. Defining professional goals will help your child pick the right strategy for high school. Do they want to work in computers? Do they want to become a musician? Each of these will lay out a different path in the short term. High school is also a great time to start figuring out personal goals in life. What kinds of relationships do they want? What do they want out of a relationship? These are questions they are likely already navigating subconsciously. Bringing them to the surface will help them move towards who they want to be faster. Final thoughts on setting goals. Yes, this work of writing up goals takes time and effort, but it's worth it. You can charge ahead in life with what you feel is the right direction, but speed and effort without direction can only guarantee you exhaustion. So I like that last paragraph when it talked about the speed and effort without direction, because I feel like a lot of people they work hard. It's almost like a person that works hard, but they don't even know what they're doing.
It's not effective, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like you're a hard worker, but those resources that you're accumulating from working hard, you don't know what to do with it. So you go to the club, you know what I'm saying? You spend it on females, which I do not recommend at all.
You can't say that on Twitch.
I know, right? They're calling y'all simps, bro. I was saying on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, like a lot of people they just don't have like direction. So it's very important that with the resources you have direction, because then that gives you a sense of purpose. and that makes you work harder, but it also makes you work more efficiently. And then, you know, you just become a better, you know, overall human being just off that. So, yeah.
And the biggest thing, like with writing the goals, because like you said, it gives you direction. Because when you're blasting off, if you're on a space shuttle, you could actually hit the moon, go to Mars, accomplish many things. But because you have no direction, you're just a space shuttle just going to a black hole. Like,
yeah.
for what? So, so that's why really like planning and having these goals, it gives you the direction. And what I want to say about planning too is just start writing down, because a lot of people may not start because there's not too much clarity with vision. Because that's a lot of things that happened with me before I started writing, was like, I don't have enough clarity to write. But no, write down anything that's in your head that has to do with it. And as you keep looking at it, the rest will come.
Yeah,
sometimes
like,
I draw pictures before I even come to words, you know?
Yeah, like what I noticed with a lot of people is that they don't really have a plan. Like somebody could be, and I've seen this before, where I go to somebody's page and they say that they're a musician, right? Or they are artists, but they don't got no links to their music.
No plan.
So like, who is like, when you an artist in your head?
Yeah.
Like, cause you not showing me that you an artist. Or anything, like, or you could be like, I don't know, like a painter. I go to your account, it's just pictures of you. Ain't no pictures of no paintings.
Yeah.
Like it's just no direction, and it's just no action with some people. But they know what they want out of themselves. But it's nothing that follows. It's nothing that follows. There's no follow up. That's the problem, and that's why a lot of people come up short, because there's no follow up.
100%. So when it comes to like setting your goals, there are three major things, right? One, don't be afraid to dream big, right? Set aside any objections just for now. Just think about, just to get yourself right in, think about your ideal life. Write down whatever comes to your mind. Even in the notes, it says, even sketch it if that's more helpful to you. Because that has literally happened to me one time where I couldn't write it. I couldn't articulate it enough to write it. I just started drawing, making charts and arrows to here. It's just whatever helps you envision it, you know? So you kind of, you break it down, set your top 3 personal goals, right?
Yeah.
So 3 questions to help you identify your guideposts of goals, right? Knowing the answers to these questions can help you readjust the details of all your other goals in your life to keep you moving forward towards your dreams. So every other goal you make should move you towards these if they're your top 3 goals. Each of these deserves at least a paragraph long answer, if not more, because clarity is key, right?
Thanks.
So the first question, right, what people should be writing down, and write to yourself, how do you want to feel? Now that's a goal, right? So to make it a goal, make it tangible, make it very clear, right? Because you need to understand how you want to feel. So when your goals and your plans, does this go there? So if you say, I want to be happy, and then you're working a billion jobs, you don't have time for your family or yourself to even enjoy yourself, you already see, okay, that billion jobs doesn't get you happy. So instead of thinking about the money part first, think about how you want to feel is number 1.
Yeah. Thanks.
So what do you want to experience? So the second question, what do you want to experience? So first, how do you want to feel? What do you want to experience? Once you ask yourself those, put it down as much as you can. Now, if your life leaves the world one message, what do you want it to be? Right? So when you're gone and it's all said and done, and they're at your funeral, they're talking about you, and this is how the world remembers you, what do you want the world to remember you for? How do you want to feel? What do you want to experience? What do you want to be remembered for? You come up with these personal goals, and it'll help you get more clarity as you're writing your business goals, as you're writing your spiritual goals, whatever goals that you have that maybe you couldn't really just come to. Take these 3 questions.
Right. Absolutely.
So I think we pretty much really kind of summed it up on this episode. This key, planning, right? So that is part 1 of 10, the 10 power keys that we're gonna give you.
They need to pay. They need to pay us millions for this.
That's going down. Actually, our team was telling us, so the Cash App and the Zelle, we're gonna have different things where the fans and the followers can donate to support the show. We are doing this independently. We've had different sponsors express interest, but we actually are only trying to take situations that we want to make sure is right for you guys. Like
that makes sense.
I'm not gonna throw out names, but we had like one sponsor that some real dope stuff that they was giving us. I think it took like a month, and if you guys will order, it would take a month, and that's not what we want for our followers. We want the best service, best quality, everything. So we're not just taking things from sponsors. So to keep that going, we are gonna need your support, are gonna need your donations, and we're gonna keep giving you guys these keys. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, y'all gotta donate. Y'all be donating for other crazy stuff. Y'all need to donate for the real stuff.
Donate, man.
I'm not even gonna tell.
What should they donate? You know what? We're gonna put the Cash App on this episode. We're gonna start with the Cash App, then we have the rest of the donation links for you guys. But what should be a personal donation number if you want to support just to get started?
100,000. No, he's
everyone reaching all the Oprah in the Oprah section. We need your $100,000 Cash App.
No. I say like you can like, I don't know. Like $5.
$5, $10, anything helps. If you only got $1, do $1. But if you can, at least $5, $10, support the podcast. If you agree with the message and you want more of these keys to success, because we're gonna keep giving you these keys and we're gonna keep applying it. The donations do help, so we can actually move things around in the rest of our life to be able to give more time to this podcast and give you guys even more. You know?
Exactly. Yo, that's a fact. For real.
So make sure you support, make sure you like and comment the video, share this video with everyone. Don't just keep this podcast for yourself. Share it. So, like,
some people like to keep it for themselves. Yo.
Yes, they keep it for themselves. And then some people tell me that, you listen, don't just DM us about it. We appreciate it. Don't just call us about it. We appreciate it.
Yeah, like share with your
people. Put it in the comment section. Let
word
everyone
of
know how
mouth.
you feel. It helps the algorithms so even more people can see it. Spread that word. Why hate when you can love first? It's the Love First podcast. Yeah.
What up, everyone? If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit that notification bell for the latest podcasts, music videos, and comedy skits. We got a lot more content coming your way.
We here all day, baby. Yeah. Subscribe to the channel, baby.
Yeah. We gotta show love first like our podcast. Put the work in, trying to make it last.